purposely invite the rock and roll element into our community?
Well, what's wrong with a little entertainment?
Entertainment is fine, but this... we have lots of big acts that come through here. Ice Capades, Tiny Toons, Kenny G.
Kenny G.
Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones, Dr. Bones.
Good evening, this is Dr. Bones Live, and today my special guest is Peter and Madeline, who are Polaris Rose. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks.
So, first and foremost, like I've told you a bunch of times before, we've played you guys on there many times, and you guys have such a solid sound, and my first question would be is, like, how long have you guys been playing together and been working on this project, or just your music in general?
We started, when did our first EP came out? 2014. So I guess we're pretty much running up on 2 years now that Polaris Rose has been a thing. We've been playing together for about 5 years now, but we didn't start Polaris Rose until just a little while ago. Yeah.
Now, were you guys in a band before, or were you just trying like a different type of music, or how did that work?
Yeah, we did a couple things together. We were in, like, at one point, a heavy metal progressive rock band, and we were in a sort of strange pop band, and yeah, we've done a couple things. We've done acoustic bands. We've done a bunch of stuff.
Now, what kind of gave you the drive to start doing Polaris Rose and kind of go with, we'll call it like, I don't want to pigeonhole you here, but like sort of like a hard-driven kind of alternative grungeous rock mix? Like, what kind of guided you in that direction?
Do you want to answer?
Well, we were at South by back in 2014. Was it 14? And 13, and we were working on a project then, and we were just playing in the living room practicing, and we kind of realized that what sounded the best to us and what made sense the most to us was that kind of songs that we released on our first EP.
It kind of, just as you said, the more alternative rock kind of stuff, which is something that we had a bunch of songs written for that genre, but it just wasn't fitting the...
Oh, you cut out there.
Oh, sorry. We had a bunch of songs written in that genre, and we were trying to do this sort of heavy metal band thing. We realized that we were sort of pigeonholing ourselves into something that wasn't really us. So we started doing, well, what was us?
Well, fair enough. Now, just before I get to my next question, I got a few questions, a bunch of questions actually. So, Polaris Rose, how did you come up with a name for this old project and now band?
It's a mystery. We're not sure.
Oh, fair enough. That's no, that wasn't expecting that, but that's the first time I've heard that, so it's decent. Now, since you guys have been playing together for about 5 years now, have you always done the harmonies together? Because I know I'm kind of fangirling here, but you guys have such a good harmony and such a good rapport with each other. It seems like without even having to see you hearing it, you can just tell that you guys have pretty much nailed it. I mean, has that gone on like ever since you've been jamming together, or is it just been recent since you did Polaris Rose, or?
No, I would say that was like the first thing that
we
stood
gelled
out.
on.
Yeah, that we gelled on. From the first time Peter and I decided we were going to start writing together, to now, it was just, that was the one thing that was so natural about what we were doing, was those harmonies.
You know, because right off the hop, it reminded me, at least the harmonies, because like I'm a big fan of it, especially for like, I mean, I grew up, well, high school was grunge for me. So I mean, it was high school in the '90s, and the harmonies you guys do together remind me a lot of Frank Black and Kim Deal from Pixies.
Yeah, Pixies, yeah.
So that really stood out to me, and that's what one of the things that really initially caught my ear about you guys' music. And you were kind enough to send me the new album, Telescopes. And I have heard that stuff, and we've played Goddess quite a few times. And is that off the Oceans EP?
Ocean Songs, yeah.
Ocean Songs, okay. Just want to make sure I want to make sure my facts straight here. But yeah, so I mean, and just the progression in general. And I know I was reading up on your bio too, is that initially that Ocean Songs was planned to be just a 2-song kind of EP, then you decided to go with 5. What kind of changed your mind to make more songs, or just make it?
That was Maddie.
You know, with the age of the internet, with the internet being around and SoundCloud, and you kind of have to stay relevant, and you kind of have to keep releasing things. So we got done with that first EP, and I was like, we need to put something out really quickly. So we'd already started working on other things, and then we decided to record a couple of those tracks, and we're like, no, let's just keep recording, and then let's record some more because something else is missing. And it ended up being, I think we actually recorded like 8 songs.
Okay, hold on. Let me tell my basically what happens is Maddie comes, we go to this little restaurant in Los Angeles called Kitchen 24, right? And we're sitting there, and Maddie's like, I think it's really important that we release another single. And we had this song that we thought was a good single called Ponytail, which we eventually did record and put on Telescopes. But Maddie really wanted to release that song, and then the next thing you know, well, I really think that we need this song. And then we would go record that, finish it, and she'd be like, well, no, I just think we need one more song, and that's it. Just kind of kept ballooning from there. So it was supposed to be an EP, but Maddie's the kind of girl that always gets her way, and so that became a 5-song EP pretty quick.
Oh, I know, and this is not a slight, but most of the time that is the truth, like. so no, you're right. Yes, dear, by all means,
Yeah.
Oh, I know
Absolutely.
this so well.
So I think just before we get to the first song here, just a couple more questions. With production of Telescopes, it's got a really good flow to it, and you just kind of seem where it tapers a little bit, meaning it kind of drops in tempo a little bit, but it keeps that steady flow, and there's no real kind of up down, if you know what I mean. It's not like heavy light. Mm-hmm. Now, with that being said, when you guys did this, how much of a I guess challenge was it to arrange the songs in kind of the format that you wanted, and for it to come out the way you wanted to hear it?
Oh man, this Telescopes was a doozy for us.
Did you just use the word
I
doozy?
used the word doozy. I did use the word doozy.
Doozy.
We'd actually written a completely different album prior to Telescopes, and we were going to release, I would say, more of a heavier album, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was called Mechanical Clouds, and
It was like a prog rock.
it was like
record.
very prog rock. And we started working with a couple different people, and they kind of veered us towards a lighter album, something a little more radio friendly. But we still got to put in "Set Me on Fire," which was really important to us because we're definitely a heavier band to some aspects of it. You know, we like progressive music for sure. But yeah, so that answers the question.
Is that what you wanted to hear?
Like, when it came to are you asking about how we chose the order of the songs and putting them all together?
Pretty much, yeah. Order and just we'll go with that. We'll go with the order.
So I think including that record that Maddie mentioned, we went through. I think we had 30 demos, and we kind of chose, with the help of our manager, we chose sort of what we thought was going to be the best record, and it was a pretty uniform sound. I felt like that record is pretty. I mean, there's enough variation, so it's not like the songs sound the same, but the energy is pretty much consistent.
Right.
And I like that. You know, I was thinking about a lot of bands' first records, and I really like that sort of hello approach to music, where it's like, this is us, this is our style, and they don't vary too much from that. That was sort of our goal for that first record, was to have good energy, rock songs, you know. Hello, this is us.
Well, you know, and that's the thing, is because obviously the freshman album is very important, but always the sophomore, the follow up is always can what I don't want to necessarily say make or break, but you know, it can kind of give people different opinions of how you form your music. Now, just before I get to the first song here, just one more question is with instrumentation wise, like, what are your two parts of the band? I know you guys do vocals and guitar and stuff like that, but how does it all kind of fit into one? Like, what's we'll call it the process?
Well, Peter's the main songwriter on it. So typically he comes in with the ideas, and then I say, nope, or yes, that's awesome.
Or you just sing it differently.
Or I totally just do my own thing on it. So that's kind of the progression. Peter comes in with the ideas, and I'll play more of like a producer role. Where I'll come in here and be like, okay, let's cut this, let's make this shorter, let's move this around, let's change the lyrics here. And it seems to work out really well, that little dynamic that we have. As far as instruments go, Peter does the guitars, I do the bass, he'll do the keys, or I'll do the keys depending on if I'm around or not. And yeah, everything else production-wise, Peter and I both produce the album.
Maddie also does all the kazoo solos, but it was a decision at the end to cut all those.
You know, I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, me too. I thought that the kazoo really was our standout thing.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Why not? Maybe even a recorder next time, right? So,
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
More tambourine.
More tambourine, more cowbell.
yeah, more cowbell. Nice, Maddie. I like you're going. All right, we're going to take a quick little break here, and we're going to get to the first song off, well, not the very first song off Telescopes, but the first song I want to play tonight. And this one is called Perfect View, Polaris Rose. Dig this.
Day